Hey guys, what we're going to talk about today is kind of like yesterday, graphing inequalities, but this time we're going to do two of them at once. We're going to call it a system of inequalities, okay? So let's suppose you had two inequalities, right? So I'll give you an example. I picked the first two I could find from your homework last night, right? So here we have two inequalities, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to find all the ordered pairs that would satisfy both of these at the same time, okay? So really all we're going to do is do basically last night's homework two at once, okay? And when we do that, we should be able to see what the answers to this system are because there's going to be a lot just like there were last night. So let's start with this one right here, okay? So negative, or excuse me, 3/4 x minus 2. Y is less than or equal to 3/4 x minus 2. So we got a y-intercept of -2, right? And then a slope of 3/4. So 1, 2, 3, up 3, 1, 2, 3, over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so, and it is a solid line. You say, well, why is it a solid line? It's a solid line because of that or equal to, right? So here we have a kind of that line, right? And we just got to figure out what to shade. Well, usually the less than means we shade this way, right? And remember what I said yesterday, you could pick like a point on either side, see if it works or doesn't. For example, if you put in 0, 0 to this, it would not work, okay? That means all these points work. So what I'm going to do, this can get kind of messy. So I'm just going to kind of shade all this stuff down here because all the answers to this inequality right here, all the answers to this inequality are kind of below that line, right? So I'm going to very carefully just kind of put like all this stuff right here. That's kind of weird looking, but basically all that area right there is the solution to that first. Okay, now what we're going to do next is we're going to do this one, right? Y is greater than -2x plus 4. So that one you go up for 1, 2, 3, 4, you put a dot, right? It's going to slope at -2, so down to right 1, down to right 1. Keep doing that as much as you want to. Okay, and remember this one's going to be a dotted line, so it kind of looks like this. See this dotted line? Let me see where it is right here. This dotted line going down like that. Actually, you know what? Let me get another color here. I'm sorry. I'll make this one kind of orangish. Let's see. Okay. So see that orange dotted line right there? That is this line, and we got to figure out which way do we shade. Well, greater than is usually up, right? So once again, you could put in what you want points, but I'm telling you right now, this one is going to be shaded this way, okay? Now, looking at that, okay, we have both of these on the same graph, right? Do you notice that there's this part right here between the two graphs that's like double shaded? Okay, let me show you if you don't see it, okay? All this right here, see all that? That's where those graphs overlap, okay? Those points in that region right there, okay? Those points in that region where this part overlaps this part, right? Those points in that region are the answers to what we call the system of inequalities. Both of these at the same time. So let me give you an example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just say like 7, 0. 7, 0 would be like out of here somewhere, right? I'm just picking a point in this at random, okay? If you put in 7, 0, and you can check me on this, okay? You put in 7, 0 to both of these equations, or excuse me, not equations, inequalities. It would not only satisfy this one, but would satisfy this one. And you can see there are a ton of answers right through here, right? So any point that's in that double shaded region would satisfy both at the same time. Now, hear me out. Points up here would satisfy this one, but not this one, right? Points down here would satisfy this one and not this one, but these points in here satisfy both at the same time, okay? So all those points in there would be the solutions to the system, okay? And you can pick any ones you want, you can test them, but that's how you basically solve a system of inequalities, and we're going to do those by graphing, okay? So long story short, graph one, graph the other one on the same graph, and where those graphs overlap, those are the answers. Now, you might say, well, what if they don't ever overlap? Well, that particular system would have no solutions. If the shaded regions don't overlap at all, like if one was like, if they say they're like parallel, one went that way, one went that way, there are no points that satisfy both at the same time, and therefore there are no solutions. So your homework tonight is just going to be a couple of systems of inequalities. Make sure you check your answers to last night's homework, and I'll have the answers to this up very soon. So hope you guys are doing well, and I'll talk to you later.